The early 1980s saw a wave of restaurants attempting to replicate the animatronic arcade format, popularized by Pizza Time Theater and Showbiz Pizza Place. Spokane, Washington became home to one such venture.
What can you buy for 10 cents these days? Video games, and lots of them, at Dimes and Critters in the 5 Mile Shopping Center. That's right, just a dime buys you a turn on your favorite video game. And while you're here, try our piping hot pizza. That melted cheese and tasty sauce, And by the way, the entertainment by the Critter Band is free. So come to Dimes and Critters in the 5 Mile Shopping Center for a great value and a great time.
Although its run was brief, the restaurant's history included multiple ownership changes and an unusual conclusion. This is the story of Dimes and Critters. The concept for an animatronic arcade restaurant called Critter Mun's originated in mid to late 1981. The project was intended to follow the rising trend of pizza restaurants that incorporated arcade games and animatronic entertainment. A small engineering team was assigned to create the animatronic show. The team worked with a limited budget and spent approximately 8 months designing and constructing the characters. The robots were built using a pneumatic system and only had a small amount of simple movements. The audio for the show was produced by Chris Lobdell at Womack Recording Studios in Spokane. Critter Mun's opened on June 18, 1982 in the 5 Mile Plaza as a major upgrade to an existing local pizza business. The redesigned location included a small lounge area called The Den, intended for adults, and a separate showroom and arcade for children. The animatronic stage served as a primary attraction. The restaurant featured 4 animatronic characters. The main character was the mascot, Critter Mun, designed as a raccoon-themed frontier figure. The other 3 characters were described as a male brown bear playing a guitar, a female pig playing a piano, and a female skunk. Together, they performed pre-recorded musical segments as a part of a simple stage show. In addition to the arcade and animatronic performances, the restaurant also hosted movie nights, offering family-friendly films as an added attraction and an incentive for repeat visits. Very little recorded information about the restaurant during its initial period of operation has survived. Only a couple of advertisements and a small number of tokens are known to exist today. No verified photographs or internal documents from the restaurant's first year of operation have been discovered. One of the surviving advertisements suggests the existence of multiple restaurants at one point in time. Critter Mun's experienced ongoing operational and competitive difficulties. The restaurant was unable to compete effectively with the larger and better funded Chuck E Cheese brand, which was expanding into the area at that time, and had just opened a new restaurant a few minutes away. Attendance declined, and revenue was insufficient to sustain operations. As a result, the original business closed. Around August 1983, the location was purchased by Dimes Pizza, which reopened the restaurant under the combined name Dimes and Critters. The new owners retained mostly everything from Critter Mun's, including the animatronics, and attempted to revive interest in the business, but the rebranding did not produce significant improvement in customer turnout. The only surviving documentation from this period of operation is a television commercial from the early 1980s. The commercial briefly shows the arcade, a raccoon walk-around character, and the animatronic stage. Financial problems continued into 1984. In January of that year, the restaurant was bought by Dennis Arkimball. He had to use his own money to keep it afloat, and eventually started borrowing from others. The business continued to lose money, and Arkimball made plans to turn it into an adult restaurant. He had found an investor, but the plan would have still left him with lingering debts. In a deep financial crisis, he decided on a bizarre solution. On September 17, 1984, he and the assistant manager of the restaurant, Shirlene Nevers, entered the restaurant and intentionally set fire to the showroom near the animatronic stage. The fire spread through the building, destroying both the stage and the surrounding interior. The fire was set as an attempt to collect insurance money to cover outstanding debts. Firefighters arrived at the building around 8:20 p.m. and took 2 hours to put the fire out. Photographs taken after the incident show the animatronic frames remaining on the stage in a burned condition, with their mechanical components exposed and their outer shells destroyed. The fire resulted in the permanent closure of the business. Fire investigators soon identified signs that the blaze had been deliberately set. Authorities became suspicious of Archambault and Nevers almost immediately, and both were eventually charged with arson. Following the incident, the property was cleared. The original structure was later removed and the site was later redeveloped for other commercial uses. No physical remnants of the restaurant remain at the location. The history of Critter Raccoons and Dimes and Critters is documented through a limited number of surviving items and secondhand accounts. Most internal records, design materials, and operational documents were either not preserved or were lost during the 1984 fire. Critter Raccoons and Dimes and Critters represent a brief but notable example of early 1980s experimentation in animatronic family entertainment. Despite its short lifespan and ultimate failure, the surviving advertisements, tokens, commercial footage, and photographs provide valuable insight into the ambitions and limitations of small-scale ventures during the animatronic arcade boom.